Hey, AfterBuzzers, can I get a witness? Because we are here for the Lethal Weapon After Show, and I will see you after the opening.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey, oh my gosh, sorry, I forgot what song we were starting with. Hello, everybody, Lethal Weapon fans and all you ladies and gentle peeps out there. Welcome to the Lethal Weapon After Show here at AfterBuzz TV. I am your host, Alexis Torres. You can find me all over social media at atorres890. That's ATORRES 890. And I've got two handsome young bucks right over here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And my far left.
Cash, but they also call me Chaos. Tango and Cash here. Chaos J, you know where to find me on Twitter, KAAOSJ, and we got a special guest for y'all.
Yeah, we do.
Say what?
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Dante Brown, aka Dante the Poet on Instagram.
Yeah.
You can find me on Facebook at Dante Brown, and Twitter at Dante Brown, and Instagram at Dante the Poet. So hit me, guys.
Yeah, and if you guys obviously don't recognize that awesome face over there, he plays RJ Murtaugh in this awesome show that you're watching right now. So don't forget, iTunes, that is a thing. Check us out here. You can rate us 4 stars because the other stars do not work. Also, we are live right now, so if you found the YouTube channel, youtube.com/AfterBuzzTV, find the Lethal Weapon After Show. We have a live chat going where we get to talk to you right here and there. I already see our usuals. We got Tanya, we got Mr. D-Style, and we got, I always forget how to say your name, but it's Miss Benin. So it's nice to see you guys in here, and we're going to rush into the episode because I want to talk to Dante a little bit more for the rest of this thing, but we are talking about Can I Get a Witness? And I don't remember the episode number, but it was kind of interesting because we didn't get a lot of dialogue. It was more, there was a lot of action, and then there was a lot of rigs in this episode. How did you feel about that?
I mean, I liked it. I liked the fact that we got to see a softer, I mean, I don't have a better word, so I'm just gonna say soft, but not soft like he's soft, but you know, like we got to see.
Something like, right, I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Like a softer side of the rig.
I was like, should I give you a shovel now? And you could just.
I mean, you know, I'm already deep. I'm already deep.
Dig on in there, buddy.
But I mean, I like to see. You know, I like the fact that we got to see a different side of him. You know, he was still Riggs.
Yeah.
He was still, you know, snapping necks and cashing checks. Well, technically, did not cash the check tonight.
Wait a minute.
But
snapping necks and cashing checks. Oh, that is a good line. That is amazing.
So yeah, I mean, but no, I liked everything about this episode, but I like everything about all the episodes. I sound like a recorder because I say the same thing, but it was a good episode.
It's a good show. I don't think there's really much that we've ever had negatively. We've never really had anything to say about the show.
I am going to need though. I do need people to stop clowning Murtaugh. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I don't picture you as a bike guy. Why not? Like, he was rocking that moto. I mean, despite the fact that my man, you know, we'll get to the end, but he was looking fly on the bike.
I think
like his swag was crazy high right there.
Yeah,
especially when he came in on the bike and he was like
right?
Riggs. That was dope for a biker, a non-biker guy.
Yeah, no, I felt that because I think it was just because I guess it's hard because he was wearing a polo, his shirt's all tucked into his pants or something, and it just, I don't know, I didn't think it was a problem. I think he looks like a motorcycle guy, so I don't know why everybody was giving him so much shade.
Murtaugh got that inner swag that people sleep on. I'm just saying. I'm gonna need y'all to stop clowning on my boy.
Yeah, I know.
AKA his dad on the show.
Yes, my father.
Yes,
Mr. Damon Wayans.
So how is it working with Damon Wayans? Are you guys just clowning the entire time, or are you guys just like acting all the way through?
We do a little of both. We're always having fun, but then again, we're always, you know, to the point and, you know, doing what we need to do when we're in the moment. So it's a lot of fun being on set with him, and it's a lot of wisdom too, because I'm always asking questions, and he's always giving me advice on different things.
That's great.
Which is great. It's
yeah,
really
no,
good.
That's awesome. I've always wanted to meet that guy. So one day. Oh yeah, are you kidding me?
He's super dope,
right?
Yeah.
We don't play that.
I ask him like a lot of questions about business, and he's like always open and willing to talk and to give information and advice. So it's really cool. It's a lot of fun.
That is cool, because you know, a lot of times you don't really get that.
Right.
It's, you know, it's come in, hit the scene, knock it out, boom, back to my trailer, I'm out, don't talk to me.
Hey,
Right.
it's very
It's like, I
common, so
love
it's
you
great.
when the camera's rolling, and then it's okay, cool, yeah, no, bye. So that's dope. That's real dope.
I'm
Yeah,
happy.
it's
What's
super cool.
if you can remember? I know that he's probably giving you so much advice, but what's like the one thing that he has taught you that's just gonna stick with you and you like tell people about?
Well, I write scripts, and at the moment I'm writing like 3 animation shows.
Get out of town.
That I'm working with a mentor, and he's helping me embellish my ideas.
That's awesome.
So he said, if you're gonna write something, write it as a book. So you always keep your rights to what you're writing.
That makes a lot of
Yeah,
sense.
so-
Oh my god, it's
So
not right.
Let me write that down.
Down.
Like, let me take some notes right now.
So at the moment I have like 3 animation shows that a mentor is helping me embellish, and they're working close to
great.
Cartoon Network. So it's a lot of fun, and it's a very interesting.
Get it, buddy. I'm so
Hey
proud of
man,
you.
do your
Interesting
thing. We
process.
definitely gonna need you to come back when it's ready to that's ready
I
to
want.
launch.
Oh yeah, because him
We'll
and I
have
are
to
just
talk
gonna sit here
about
and we're
that.
gonna have
Yeah.
an after show about it.
It's
gonna
really
be great.
dope. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be very new as an idea, and I don't think people are gonna be really expecting it, especially for an animation show. It's more like an anime, but for America.
Oh man, you're
Nice.
like right up my
Right,
alley.
exactly,
I'm
like-
like
You
anyway.
like anime?
Yeah, are you kidding me?
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
Huge
Naruto's the
anime
best,
fan.
and One Punch Man.
Yes, are you
The
kidding
best.
me? It's fantastic. Oh, you and I need to talk after. Anyway, so let's also talk about this episode. So it was called Can I Get a Witness?
Right.
And we opened up the show, well, not the show, but we opened up the episode with being at the Hollywood Park Casino and it's getting robbed. Like, I love how every episode, I feel like I guess the amount from the last episode was pretty big. I
Right.
can't remember. What was it? Do you remember how much the amount was? It was like 19 million or 20 million or something like that.
I think it was 20.
I think it was 20 million. So, okay, we went back down, but still, we're always in the millions, and it's
Yeah.
just, it hurts my soul. 'Cause
Big money. I'm just
I need
saying.
money.
A lot of people getting away with a lot of money, huh?
Right?
I'm in the
Well-
wrong profession. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But speaking of also big money, Riggs was able to sell his home, which we actually didn't talk about for quite some time, and he got $147,000
Yeah.
for
So-
his house.
Right. So I'm guessing that was from Texas.
Well, if you looked at the
Texas,
envelope,
yes.
there was it looked like the state of
Okay.
Texas
Okay,
emblem was
all
on
right.
the
'Cause
envelope.
that check was a little light.
Yes, for
Check
California,
was a little
yes.
light. Yeah, from California, like, you know.
I'm assuming it was just this little, really quaint house somewhere in
Right.
like Texas that was like a little small town.
Right.
But yeah, no, I felt the same way. I was like, oh, that's okay. Sure. I don't know. But it's interesting because it looks like it's just been kind of living underneath his fridge.
Right.
So he hasn't cast that check. What would you do? Would you cash yours right away? Or you wait? Or do what he did where you
well,
put it all
see,
on
you're
Black
asking
26?
me. You're asking me right now when it's just regular common chaos, aka chaos. Now so right now I would cash that check as soon as I got it. As soon as before I could even get the whole check out. Like, oh, it's a check. I'm out the door.
Right.
Now a year or two from now, when I'm big and famous, I might just just let
wait.
it chill. Just
hang out.
put it in the stack with the rest of them.
Yeah, I think
Maybe I'll just sign it over as a gift. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, like,
hey,
yeah.
happy birthday. There you go. That's all you right there.
40,000.
Signed it.
That's a lot of money, but yes, I would also want to be your friend. But would you bet it on roulette like he did, Black 26?
Not the whole thing.
He put that whole check down.
I mean, but we already know Riggs is reckless. So
yeah, I mean, he didn't even care that he
Yeah,
lost.
yeah,
We
no,
know.
I'm
We
not. But see, again,
Lost.
you're talking to common Kales right now. So common Kales with common bills and common debts. No, I'm not doing that. I
Okay.
might put a little bit on it, but I'm not putting that whole check down. It's not happening.
I loved how Murtaugh was just like, "This is a terrible place to be. You just
Right,
wasted
right,
money." Like,
right.
so I know that you are not of gambling age. So,
No,
what would? Okay, so if you had that money, what would you do with it?
Probably save it and invest it. Probably, most likely, I would definitely do that, and then try to buy property because my mom is always telling me to, buy property and save my money, and then, maybe spend a little bit, but not the whole thing. Just keep a little portion to myself.
Mama raised a good one.
Right? Mom is on the job.
Because I know if I ask my brothers the same question, they're
Are
like,
you
I'm getting
adopted?
it on new
I'm
Jordans.
just saying,
getting
are
it
you
on my
adopted?
new car. that? Like,
I will do chores.
Yeah, no, like seriously, like, Mom, take me.
Like I'm just
clean
saying,
dishes.
like right. I wash dishes and clean laundry and fold clothes really well.
He's real good at them chores. I promise.
I have manners too. I say yes ma'am and no ma'am. I'm just saying.
Are we talking about Lethal Weapon, or are we trying to get Kelli a new house?
Oh my gosh.
Trying to find him a new home, guys. Sorry, I got way off track. But so we get to see this waitress who supposedly saw our biker gang that took the $1 million, but apparently she did not, because she lied about the fact that she saw, I believe it was a snake-like design on one of the bags or one of the seats.
On the bike.
On the bike, thank you. And apparently that wasn't her, not saying that it wasn't her sight, it was the fact that she was not the one who saw it. It didn't see it through her eyes. It was actually her son, Ethan, who wasn't supposed to be there because it's a casino, guys. Can't bring your kids. Well, you can bring your kids, but they can't be in the casino.
They can't be in the casino.
Yes. So
they can be upstairs.
Yes, they can. But he was hiding behind the bar, which is clearly not where I'm trying
kid.
to. Do you know how old he was?
He is, how old is 10?
10? Yeah, I was gonna say, because I was like, he's not young. He has to be in double digits because he seemed old enough.
He's 10.
Was he? Did you get to meet him?
I
or
got
no?
to meet him. I got to talk to him at the table
He seems
read.
like a
and he's
really
like-
good actor.
He's really
Yeah.
he's super mature for his age too. He's
awesome.
really he's a really quiet kid, but when you get to talk to him, he's really exciting. He's like a real 10-year-old.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, he's dope.
I would also like to meet him because he seemed like he was just he had a good head on his shoulders.
Yeah.
But sadly enough, his mother Sarah, who was pretending that she saw the back of the bike, is the fact that I'm trying to put all my notes together in my head, but. She doesn't accidentally get shot, but she gets shot by our suspect. I believe his name was Billy. I couldn't pronounce his last name because it was like GLU, like it was a weird spelling. If anybody in the chat knows, please tell me because I had no idea. And he ends up being the witness for the entirety of the episode. So, I love how Ethan and Riggs were able to just kind of really see eye to eye.
Yeah, they were like Riggs and then Little Riggs. It was
Yeah,
really
okay.
cool.
I thought I didn't want to be too forward with that because I know that Ethan looks like he probably has a little bit of a better brain in that cranium of his, but I also like that he kept Riggs solid the entire time, which was awesome.
They kept each other honest.
Yeah, exactly. And which I liked that. The fact that they shook hands and they were like, well, let's make a deal. We don't lie to each other, which was great. And then we pretty much got into the thick of it of just trying to figure out who killed his mom. But I loved that also in this episode that the further we got into it, the more that he actually didn't know who shot his mother, except for the fact of knowing his voice.
Right.
That was interesting to me.
Right.
So, but I'm trying to, I want to talk about actually the Murtaughs for a little bit because it pretty much ties in with everything. So we did talk about the fact that he wanted a motorcycle because Mama Murtaugh wanted to go on their couple vacation, and he thought, I love how he was like, we're going to Hawaii, we're gonna just laze around and it's gonna be great. No, I want to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. So
well, I think real quick, just to
bucket
interrupt,
list anybody?
I think real quick, just to interrupt, I think in a lot of situations or cases, most men, when they think vacation, they legit think I want to go relax.
Yeah, of course.
While women are like, oh, I want to go see this, and I want to go walk and check this out, and it just sounds like a lot of walking and a lot of work.
Okay.
And it's like, no, like vacation is not supposed to be work. I want to go climb on mountains and rocks. I want to relax.
You know
like
what's
the only
funny?
rocks I want to see is the rocks of ice in my glass.
Nice. I like that you put that together.
good one.
That
That's a
was
good one.
really good. See, I'm in the middle because I'm one of those people that's like, I just want to lay on the beach and do absolutely nothing. But then there are times where I'm like, I'm gonna go climb this mountain right now.
And all jokes aside, I would probably be bored if I went on a vacation and all I did was first off, I can't even swim. So let's drop that on
Are
ya.
you serious
No.
right now?
I cannot swim.
I can teach you how to swim.
I'm just gonna walk around the water, just
Dude, doggy
waist high.
I'm an
doggy
islander. I will
paddling.
help you
Okay,
out,
I mean,
bro.
all right, hey,
don't swim,
got
we
the
doggy
doggy paddle
paddle.
on deck. But I mean, you only want to
Stop.
do that so much. So yes, definitely, go and hike. But nah, I felt where he's coming from. He wanted to just relax.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. He just had a heart attack. Like, I can't really see him going,
that too.
let's go ahead and do this. I mean, but also his midlife crisis was buying a motorcycle and becoming his, back to his, 17-year-old self where he had a motorcycle.
But then again, I'm sorry, I gotta play devil's advocate. Was it really a midlife crisis? Because I know a lot of dudes around his age, that's what they do. Like, they get a bike, and they don't get the crotch rocket. Like, they get the
crotch rocket.
They get the classic, the classic old school joint.
No, I completely agree.
So then,
They called it the crotch rocket.
That's what they're called.
That's what I've always heard them called.
No, that's exactly what they are, at least to me and my family. But yeah, because my dad had a Harley for quite some time, and then he gave it up because he became a basketball coach and can't
like
really
that's like
put
the old
all of
man
the
bike,
kids
low-key.
all on the bike. So
No
he's like, I
disrespect
guess
to
I'll get a
young dudes,
van.
got a minivan.
He hates it. He hates it so
No
much.
disrespect
I love
to
you, Dad.
anybody with with a
Minivans.
Harley that's under 50, but I low key feel like that's kind of like the old man bike.
I mean,
It's the season bike.
there you go. That's
Because you're
better.
not trying to rock a Harley.
No.
No.
I'm not trying to rock a bike. Period.
Right? Like,
Hey,
I'm
I
a
feel
sleepy
you on that
dude,
one.
so I need that extra protection
Well,
that
you
the
know
car
what's funny?
provides in case I fall asleep in traffic.
You can't. Oh my god. You can't swim, but I can't ride a bike. So yeah, my mom was like, "Nah, it's not very. It's fine. You don't need to learn how to do that." So now I am actually currently trying to learn, which is weird as a 26-year-old, but I'm making it work. Oh man, now I want to ride a motorcycle now, but I can't ride a bike, so I need to fix that. But anyway,
I mean, on your honeymoon,
I
maybe
could.
you should slide that in the plans.
well, I mean, sadly enough, also I guess they were also in Hawaii for some whatever trip they was, and he couldn't even ride a regular bicycle on that mountain, and apparently it was her fault, which I think is a load of BS. But whatever, because apparently she was off rhythm, so I thought that was adorable. But yeah, maybe I'll do that for my honeymoon. I'll learn how to ride a bike in Hawaii or New Zealand. I haven't decided yet. I don't know how we got on this topic, but I love how she said that riding a bike was actually more dangerous. No, riding a motorcycle is more dangerous than her climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, which you could fall and die.
They're kind of like equal.
I was like, can you really?
Because it's like,
I don't know about riding a bike in LA.
right.
Oh, I didn't even think
I
about
like
that.
to
So many
live.
non-drivers here.
Right?
Like, you
Oh,
guys
Well,
yeah,
because I mean,
totally.
if you're lane splitting too on the 405, that's it. Like you're signing your own death wish. Like it's terrible. I've seen people just sitting there just bobbing and weaving out of the.
There's been times I'm just sitting there cruising, or I'm not cruising because I'm at a standstill because I'm in the parking
Yeah,
lot,
'cause you're on the
and they
405.
come by, and I'm just like, and I can feel like the air, and I can feel my car shake, and then I shake too, because I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, I look around to make sure nobody saw that. And then, I go back to my
nobody
normal.
was looking at you, bro. It's
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. I'm just saying, it's kind of embarrassing. You got a grown man sitting in the car jumping like he's at a scary movie, but really it's just
Those
a dude
things
on
are
the bike.
scary sometimes.
Low key, they catch you off guard.
They really do.
Yeah. But that just goes to show, because they catch you off guard, how easy it is for someone to not see them and be trying to merge lanes.
It happens all the time. I know that we're not supposed to get into a PSA about motorcycles, but again, in my brain, when she said, "Oh, it's dangerous," I'm like, "But you want to go climb a deathly mountain where you can just fall to your death?"
I
feel
I
like-
think they're both equal. I mean, like Kilimanjaro, if you're not like physically fit to do it, then it's like.
I mean, and we all know that.
And then a motorcycle is like. So it's like.
It's just a
I
lot
love
of.
that it's just a lot of inaudible noises is my decision there. So going back to Ethan and everything, Murtaugh was actually the first one after he bought his bike. He saw the picture of Billy and was like, but it was weird because that picture of Billy looked older,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so I'm not crazy because it looked like he was kind
I thought
of
it was the
salt and pepper.
No,
in the
that
hair.
was the casino owner.
Was that the casino
That was the
owner?
casino
okay.
owner.
I was very confused because I was
Yeah.
like, that looks like Billy, but he also looks like he's aged like 10 years.
Yeah, no, that was the
Okay.
casino owner.
That was really weird.
At the end, Billy came with his gang though. That was
Right?
funny.
Okay, so my
I'm just
favorite
saying.
scene out of the entire episode was the fact that when they found Ethan at the foster home, which I knew that there was going to be there had to be some sort of argument to
Right,
get through,
right.
Ethan and Riggs to separate them. That when Ethan hopped into the back of Riggs' car or truck, I was like, oh, that guy's gonna follow him, and it's gonna be an all-out showdown, and it's gonna be glorious. And it was. I mean, we didn't get a lot of it, but I loved that they took him counting Mississippis and him in a slow-mo kind of shootout was just really good together.
Just dirt bikes, guns, and helmets. Oh my! Like it was low key. It was low key.
What was that again, Kelly? What was that?
Dirt bikes, guns, and helmets. Oh,
my?
my!
Okay.
I'm
I
just
wanted
saying.
to make sure. I just want to make sure
It
we were on the
was-
same page.
I mean, but that was a cool little scene. I was worried. I was like, oh man, they're about to tear up his trailer, but his trailer only took a few hits. So
Yeah.
I'm like, but
Just a
also
little
his
bit.
trailer.
But let's talk about the fact that my man had some heavy machinery in the trailer. Like,
oh yeah,
But this
you have to watch like the beginning, like the way how many guns he has and the type of guns he has.
like he's locked and loaded. He's locked and loaded.
I mean, come
You're
on,
not
he was
about to just run up on his trailer and
There's no pulling up on rigs.
No, I
it's
mean he was shooting Yingling bottles up in the air on top of his trailer for fun. So
Right.
I can just imagine what kind of like armory he has in that trailer of his.
Yeah, it's legit.
And also, I mean, his trailer is pretty beat up. I feel like it really wouldn't matter if they shot it up just a little bit.
No, those
Just
are air
tiny bit.
holes.
Yeah.
It's for extra ventilation.
Just for the dog. He needs, he's in there all the time.
ventilation.
Yeah, he just needs some air. You guys are so
funny.
silly. So pretty much at that end, did you think that Riggs got hurt at the very end because we didn't see the last shot? We only heard it.
For a split second, I thought, you know what? He might have got shot, but I knew it wasn't going to be anything serious. It would have been like a flesh wound, like in the shoulder or in the leg, something like that. But I never once did I think, oh, Riggs, no! Never. I knew he was going to be okay.
Okay.
I mean, this is Riggs.
I mean, I know. I just didn't know if he was going to come in and be like, oh, my arm or something like that. I was just, changing it up. I thought they were going to spice it up or something like that. Just something different.
No, not yet.
No, I don't think so.
Not
No,
yet.
that's
It's coming,
next,
though.
next week's episode is what I'm extremely craving because that's what I need.
Pause, because again, I just got chills. It's serious when you are watching the show and they show the trailer for the next episode and you get chills. Like, literally chills. I'm not just saying it because it sounds cool. Like, I was like, ooh.
the
ooh,
trailer
like,
for
oh,
the next
snap.
one, like the music that they have in the show.
The look on your face. And then the gun, I'm like, wow. Like, okay. I know what I'm doing next week.
No, it's just because our family, our Christmas movie is Die Hard, so that's what it kind of reminded me of, and I was like, this is gonna be amazing.
Well, you know what I
can't
thought
wait.
of was, I can't remember now if it was one or two, but one of
No.
no,
I thought it was
no,
two.
right. No, but one of the Lethal Weapon movies.
I thought it
there
was
one
two.
where it was centered around, like it was
Christmas,
around
yeah.
Christmas.
I think it was
probably
two. I think it was 2 or 3 after. Well, that's the other thing that we watch is we watch Die Hard, all the Lethal Weapons, and Terminator. Those are the movies that we watch during Christmas. Not usual Christmas movies, but whatever.
It works.
It works. There's Christmas themes in it. But yeah, I just love how it doesn't matter what episode's happening. I feel like the epicness is just getting higher and higher, and I think this Christmas episode's gonna be awesome.
You guys are gonna love it. I'm not gonna say much, but I know you guys are gonna love it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing.
Jeez,
It's gonna be amazing. That's
freaking
what's
out.
up.
So we know that Murtaugh got to keep his bike. Trish said it was
Yes.
totally fine. We got to
You know,
see you go.
hey, he's allowed to ride on Sundays if it's sunny.
Yeah, well, I love that at the very end because the fact that Murtaugh was the one that saved Riggs on his motorcycle, looking all kinds of fine. Good for you, sir. And and the fact that I love that our captain was like, so Trish let you keep it? And he's like, I don't need to I get to keep it because I said so. She said I can ride it on Sundays. Oh, like I love how he got
Right.
super giddy
Like he brought
about
it back home. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Trish kind of low key run things.
We've known that since day one.
Pretty much.
You can totally
no,
see it.
baby, go ahead, commit whatever crime you want.
Yeah, as soon as she turned, all she has to do is
said
give him a
what?
look. Just like in I think it was either last episode or the episode before that when you were clowning on your sister. And she just gave you a look.
me a
and you're
look,
like,
and I'm
oh.
like, yeah,
He's like, yeah, you know what? I'm done.
think I should exit.
No, that was a smart move. I loved
it
every
was.
minute of that. I was like, oh, Mama Murtaugh's the best. But yes, I love that they got to keep the bike. They went on a beautiful sunset stroll in I'm assuming Malibu, and then you had to go pick them up because not pick them up, but you had to go drop off gas.
He's like, I'm not upset. I'm just disappointed.
I was so happy for you.
I've heard that line so
was
much.
So good. I was just like,
And I'm sure you probably heard that line at some point.
Yes.
I'm not upset. I'm just disappointed.
disappointed.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that was money right there.
oh, I loved it. I was like, no, I want more banter, and they didn't give it to me, but it's fine.
But the fact that you rolled up in that Jag, though, I mean,
Oh,
No, I'm
man.
sorry.
talk about that. Jag was
The luxury cars
clean.
that I get to drive.
I was
it's,
exactly what I was gonna say. I was like, Dante gets to have all the cool toys.
dream come true. Like the Porsche and then the Jag and then I think
Although I was kind of mad at your homeboy. Yeah, he
For
kicked
leaving
you
me
out,
stranded.
right? I was like,
Yeah,
really?
we talked about it.
Like,
we were like,
that's where we at right now?
Yeah. Yeah, that
how
was
was
crazy.
it driving all these different cars? Did you get to drive them for a long period of time?
It's amazing
or-
because first I get to practice in the cars.
Yes,
and then
you do.
I get to especially the Porsche, like I get to like really like drive. Like, I'm really driving these cars.
That's awesome.
So like I get to learn a lot about the different gears that they have and like how to turn it into a sports car when really it's like a regular car. So like the Jag, it has a sports handle at the back, so you can go faster, you can go slower.
That's crazy.
Just by doing like this.
Oh, the paddle shifters. Yeah, I have that in my car.
Oh man, those are
I don't know
amazing.
anything about cars.
They
I'm such a girl.
are amazing. I don't neither until I start driving these like really expensive cars, and
awesome.
I'm like, well, I gotta learn something about it, right?
No, I think that's great. That's the best way to learn is learning on these
The
expensive
driving
cars.
them.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Do you have a favorite car that you've driven on the show so far?
The Porsche.
I
The Porsche.
figured.
I wanted to buy one as soon as I stepped out. My mom was
Is
like,
mom
look,
gonna be okay with that?
Look, just get you a regular car for right now, and then maybe later on, once you're like used to driving around, then you can get you a car like that. But for now, get you something like a little regular.
No, that makes sense. Something to practice on.
Yeah,
I
you
just
still
love.
keep it clean though.
Yeah,
You still keep it clean.
Oh yeah.
I
Put
figured
tins
that
on
would
it.
be
Oh
fine.
yeah.
Stop it. I wish that we had a camera on mom's face right now because she was just like, no, I don't know about that. We'll talk about that later. That was just beautiful. But pretty much we end with Ethan being safe. The mom is recovering, and Riggs gives him his cashier's check for his house.
The whole.
The whole enchilada.
That's a big deal.
Hey
That's
Riggs.
major.
Hey Riggs. Alexis has a wedding to pay for. You want to help me out?
I'm just saying.
Just a little bit. Anyway, but yeah, and then we just kind of tied it with a bow. So that was the episode, and I know that we didn't go into like super detail about it, but like I felt like it was cut and dry because I know for a fact that this next episode is going to be out of this world.
Yeah, it's gonna be serious.
Mind blowing.
My body is ready.
Mind-blowing.
So
Well, I mean, you have to think too, with everything that they've done up until this point, it was only a matter of time for someone
of course,
was going to actually target them.
yeah,
Right.
No, but I mean, and I'm glad that we didn't have to wait super long. Like I feel like because the fact that these episodes have been week after week after
Right.
week instead of having like 2 weeks here, a
Right,
break here,
right.
that this is a perfect time, and it's also perfect for a Christmas episode since the whole family's gonna be home for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. It's gonna be so good.
This one
Yeah.
is.
This is gonna be
This
crazy.
one's really good.
So that was the episode, and I want to talk about Dante.
Do
sir,
it. Dante
you-
the poet.
Oh, I
My
love
man got
that
bars.
name. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
thank you. I
I'm
appreciate
saying, when
that.
I knew he was coming on the show,
SoundCloud.com/Dante
I was on there like,
the
okay, let me
Poet.
check this out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Dante actually means poet, so I just tied Dante and then the poet. I was actually like inspired by Chance the rapper, so I was
Nice.
like Dante the poet.
No, I like that. I think that's great. And I was listening to some stuff at work, and all my coworkers are like, "What's happening? What are you listening to?" And I was like, "Oh, you want me to bump it up? You wanna listen?
You
to
want
it?
to take a
Yeah,
listen?
you want to take a listen? But you should definitely check him out on SoundCloud. It's SoundCloud slash Dante the Poet.
slash Dante the SoundCloud.com/Dante the Poet, or if you're on SoundCloud already, it's just Dante the Poet, and
Sweet.
I'll pop up in all my music.
Yeah, you guys should check it out. I had a few favorites. I was trying to remember all of them. I think my favorite is was it Socks and Sandals?
Socks and Sandals.
I just think
a
that
lot
one
of
was
people
really,
like
I
that one.
don't know. I was listening to that in 405 traffic actually, and I was like, this is the best.
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
You guys should definitely check it out. It's great.
Yeah, check that.
But how long have you always wanted to be in music and acting, or is it like something that you just
Well, acting is something that I've been doing since I was 2.5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my mom we used to go out and hang around the city of Chicago, and then, people would always see me with my afro and, say, hey, have I seen this kid on this show or this commercial or this commercial? And my mom's always like, no. So this one lady, like, finally helped my mom out in, like, the first month of me, like, sending my headshots out to
Mm-hmm.
different agents and everything like that. I booked the Keebler's commercial. And
awesome.
I'm actually, like, sitting there eating a graham cracker, right? Yeah. So I'm eating a graham cracker, and it's like I still look at it to this day. Like, we still have the pictures from it, and it's really something like it brings back memories that I've never I don't really remember, but my mom will tell me some things about that. And then the music, ever since I could write, I was writing poetry.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
with me and my little brother were like a little older, we started a group called the Brown Boys. Me and my and we made like a whole album.
Nice.
And it's actually on iTunes now. It's called
my God.
and we have like a bunch of songs that we used to perform in the city of Chicago, and we used to open up for like Soulja Boy and Trey Songz in Chicago. So
That's
that
crazy.
was fun. And then, you know, the Oprah show is where I started, you know, dancing, and a lot of people. And then Good Morning America saw that, and they were like, hey, come dance on our show. So then they compared me to Usher on that show, and then, you know, that's where a lot of my talents were shown, and I still use them to this day.
That's great. So when was that moment for you where you're like, I gotta go to LA and I gotta try it out here instead of in Chicago?
Well, me and my little brother went to a showcase, and you know, my mom was, I guess, talking to agents out here already. But
Mama's just
we were
getting work over there.
Mom's
I love
on the
it. She's
job. Like,
awesome.
Yeah, my mom's
if y'all
amazing.
don't know, mom is on the job, and if you're watching and you're a mom and you're thinking about putting your kid in acting, I'm gonna need you to take notes.
Take notes.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, my
bet
mom's
you did.
amazing, guys.
Yeah.
So the one of I think it was an agent. She, you know, told my mom how talented we were, and how she wanted to work for us and everything, and help us out while we were out here. So we actually drove here from Chicago, which was like a dope road trip. Like, it was a family road trip.
And you get to see so much. The
man.
scenery is amazing. Yeah, because
crazy.
I drove here too when I
You
moved
did?
here. Yeah.
Yeah?
So I know.
Oh man, it was
a long drive,
was,
though.
It was yeah, oh yeah.
How long does it take? Because I know that in a
I
couple
don't
years
remember.
that
I don't remember. Half the time I would sleep. It was only like the morning.
that's
I would be
gonna
awake.
be me because I'm moving to Philly in a couple of years,
Really?
so I'm gonna be driving my entire home there. So I'm like,
It took me 4
Yeah.
days.
4 days.
okay, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think about 4.
Okay, yeah. It took
Oh,
my.
I'm
it
glad.
took-
I see. I thought that it might have just taken me a little bit longer, but I had to take nights.
No. It was like 4, and my mom and my dad would like switch off. So
Yeah, and you guys are gonna see some stuff and stop and
Yeah,
things like
yeah,
that. It
yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense, especially with kids. So I totally get that. Yeah.
yeah,
No, I mean,
we stopped like
no, that's
everywhere.
good. I think
Like
that's
Mount
awesome.
Rushmore it's insane. Like when you see it in the books, you're like, oh, this cartoon, you know, like
Yeah.
you see it on like the little shows and everything. But when you see it in real life, it's dope.
Oh man, it's on my bucket list to
It's
see.
really dope. And like when we
so-
went through Minnesota, I think Minnesota was like my favorite place to go through because like all of the trees,
Yeah.
when you like driving up like mountains and stuff like that, it's like you could see like a valley of trees, and it's dope.
wow.
It's
That's
like
crazy.
it's crazy.
Oh man, I just like there's a lot of things that we have on our trip list of like what we want to see.
Yeah.
So that's definitely gonna be on there for sure. Because I know that it took my fiance 3 days from Delaware
3
to get
days?
here, but obviously that was between him and his brother, probably not stopping at any point in time.
Red Bull,
so
yeah.
it's gonna be me and our dog. So I know for a fact that I'm gonna take some stops. But no, I have some Mount Rushmore. And is there anything Grand Canyon for sure
yeah,
is on
Grand
there?
Canyon.
We're taking a detour for that as well.
Moab. I don't think I
Those
would.
rocks that were on top of each other and formed
Oh.
Wait, what?
It's okay. So in Moab, it's like they're like rocks, and they're stacked on top of each other naturally, and it's like and you can walk through them,
Okay.
and you can like it's like a trail that goes with it too, but they're naturally stacked on top of each other as if you were like assembling a microphone or like just putting bottles on top of each other,
so
and like
crazy.
it's dope.
Okay, I will also add that on there.
Like it looks
Moab.
like a big giant just said, "I'm gonna put these right here."
Yeah,
And just left it like
it's,
that?
It's amazing. Yeah, it's really
and
amazing.
they
it's-
haven't fallen this
but it's
entire
natural.
time.
No, and it's actually an entrance to a trail.
I'm just gonna write that down real quick. So now speaking of road trips and things, how was your road to Lethal Weapon? Like, how did you get this gig?
Oh man, it was actually a really quick process. I think I
That's
did
great.
one audition and then a call back.
One take Drake.
And then
The one take Drake.
and then I did a mix and match
Okay.
with my sister Chandler, who's also she plays my sister Rihanna on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And in the mix and match, we were the only 2 there.
Really?
So we were like, this is weird. So we sat with the show creator and the
Okay.
producer, Matt Miller and Mick G. Matt Miller is the show creator, and
Mm-hmm.
Mick G is the producer,
Thanks, Matt Miller, for
and,
watching sometimes.
and also the director of the first episode,
Right.
the first 2 or 3 episodes actually.
Right.
And we sat with them. We got to talk to them. They're like Mick G is like really into hip hop, so we got really deep into that. And Mac Miller's like
That's so
really
cool.
like into just writing, and he's just like a really cool guy. And you know, we sat with them. We talked for a little bit. They told us where they'll be shooting and when they start shooting and everything. And I was actually in school at the time. I think we were ending school and going into summer. Was it?
Oh, March.
Oh.
It's okay, dude.
Okay. So there was a break.
there was a break
somewhere in there.
somewhere in there.
There was
It's
a
all
break
good.
in there, but yeah. So So then it was pretty quick after that. We, in a couple of days, found out that I would be on the show playing Roger Murtaugh Jr.
Okay, and are you guys still shooting right now?
Yes, we are.
Okay,
We are.
okay.
Yes, we are.
So far, I know that you guys haven't ended yet, but what is your favorite moment on set so far?
I think my favorite moment is when I'm sitting in the car, and I think this is episode 4, my big episode. No, actually, no. Let me.
No, bring it
it's
back.
in
Oh, I
episode
mean, when you
4,
run
though.
that card though, that was so boss. But okay, go ahead.
In episode 4, me and the guy that was playing the character, his name's Duran. We were he was supposed to act like he was like passed out or like sleeping in the hospital and getting some rest, and he's just cracking jokes the whole time. So I have my back turned to the camera and I'm like laughing super hard. We had like a special joke, but I keep forgetting it. Every now and then it'll pop back up in my head.
Yeah.
But we were just just clowning around, and he's just like, we were having so much fun.
Which is crazy because it's supposed to be like a sad moment
Yeah, it's
because
supposed
of
to
the
be
fact
like
that he's supposed
it's
to
supposed to be super
dying.
sad, and like everybody like back there is sad.
Yeah.
But since my back is turned, I'm trying so hard not to laugh. So I'm like,
That's so great.
it's hilarious.
Oh man, that's awesome. Do you guys? I know that there's not like a lot of young people on the show, but do you guys like do pranks and stuff like that, or no?
Nah,
It's
we
very
don't-
serious.
we don't do
No, that's
pranks.
good. I was just curious because there were some people who it's just a grown adult cast and they're doing terrible things to each other.
I
so I was
wish
just
that would be
curious.
so much fun. Oh
Yeah.
shit, that'd be cool.
Yeah. No, it makes
Yeah.
sense. You gotta get in and get out. Yeah, I totally get it. So I was just curious because I don't know if I know that you guys clown around a lot, especially from like all the Instagram videos and things like
Right,
that. So I was
yeah.
just curious. I was like, oh, I hope that they're not sitting there like putting stuff in people's sleeping bags and trailers and things. But
Nah.
I was just curious. But for people. So I know that there is, speaking of Lethal Weapon, that you have a song that might be coming out.
Yes, I have a song called Lethal Weapon that's coming out very soon, and it's going to be my first single that I'm releasing on iTunes. I do have music on SoundCloud at the moment, but I will be releasing, certain songs on SoundCloud, and I'll have like, albums, mixtapes coming out and stuff like that. But this is like the biggest thing right now for me. This single coming out on iTunes in the next few weeks, I believe.
Sure, they
So,
just gotta stay tuned, guys. You gotta make
Coming
sure to follow.
soon.
Yeah, you just gotta follow me on Instagram at Dante the Poet, and
There you go, and then you'll know when
You'll
it
know
drops,
when it comes
and
out,
You
yeah.
you just add that to your
Yeah,
phone, right?
you'll be the first ones to know, so you don't have
Just
to be
buy
like,
it,
what
stream
happened?
it.
And then put your friends up on game.
Oh yeah, share it.
No, you got to do
Always.
it. But with iTunes as well, we remember, if you guys remember, last couple of weeks before we had the Thanksgiving break, we had a contest, and whoever left a review gets to have this Lethal Weapon TV guide that was signed by Matt Miller, and also is going to be signed by Dante today. So these are the 3 entries we have. I know we're cutting short on time, so I'm going to read them really quick, and we'll get into that. So the first one was called Great New Show from Jen from Long Island. She gave us 5 stars. And she
Bam.
said, I really been liking your guys' style. Love the movie. Tango and Cash, as well as the nickname for you two, is fantastic. That was an awesome touch. It's funny, at first I wasn't sure about the show because I'm a fan of the movies, and I thought nothing could really replace them. But one of the things I really love about the show is actually that they give you the characters that you truly care about. I love how you guys cover everything about the show and even things about it. I don't know, but keep up the good work. That was a very interesting review.
Okay.
Thanks, Jen. So that's the first one. The second one is called Lethal Podcast, 5 stars. And that's by YITBOS79. The only thing better than the show is knowing that the Lethal Weapon AfterBuzz TV podcast is waiting for my ears to listen to. The hosts are great and very entertaining. Don't change a thing. I listen while I'm at my job, and I can't read, makes this time more enjoyable. Keep on keeping on. And our last one is called Lethal Weapon After Show Podcast Review. And it said, okay, first of all, I thought this podcast was dope. You guys covered all the main pieces of the plot and did it with a style, so bravo. You even put clapping in there. Second, the reason I love the show is obviously not only the amazing chemistry between Wayans and Crawford and the awesome story plots each week, but I love the fantastic raw emotion Crawford brings to the show. Not only do him and Wayans nail the comedy, especially for a guy who's never been in a comedy, but he also, whoa, this is a long review, also makes Riggs' grief so real, and it feels, and it just about brings you to tears every time. The sadness and the drama are almost tangible. I feel like there's a lot of great balance in emotions that that everyone can relate to, whether you've lost someone or you can totally relate to grief in your own special way. And it's also just an awesome, hilarious new show. It has something for everyone, and that's why I love it. Sorry that this is the longest podcast ever, but that's just my take on it. So those are the three. You guys want to pick one? Dante, you have to do it. Just kidding.
I'll pick.
Mom says 2. I like
my
that.
mom says 2. I like 3.
You like 3?
I like 3.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to say it's a tie between 2 and 3 for me.
I like 3.
I like 3. I mean, but a shout out to 2 because I like 2, but.
No, like 2 was like short, sweet, and simple. And then we had a really long one. So it's like
3 was detailed.
3, she definitely laid it out.
Yeah, 3.
All right, well, I liked 3 because they also put their Twitter handle in there so I can find them. So,
good job.
Elisa Robinson, you have just won the Lethal Weapon TV guide that is signed by Dante Brown and Matt Miller. So, congratulations,
Bravo.
lady. So, guys, that is the end of our show. Sadly enough, I know it went by real quick, but Lethal Weapon's not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere.
You can definitely come back.
Oh, yeah.
By
You are
all
totally
means.
welcome to just come and hang out and just talk about the show.
Come hang out.
I
Come talk
appreciate
about
that.
your music.
No, we're here.
I mean, you know, some of your animation projects.
Oh yeah, when that
those
definitely
drop,
drops, I will let you guys know. And also go check out my Lethal Weapon song. You can go follow me at Instagram at Dante the Poet and SoundCloud at Dante the Poet. And I'm in a movie called Black Doves, a short film with my little brother. We're doing crowdfunding, so you guys can go check that out at blackdovesfilm.com and, you know, donate some money so we can finish the movie and, you know, give it to you guys.
You heard it from the man first. Kelly, where can these lovely people find you?
Hey, you know what? You can find me on Twitter, KaosJ, KAOSJ, and you can also find me on Instagram, Chaos_Oceans31, because I'm giving you 31 flavors of waviness.
Ooh.
There you go.
Ooh.
I got him,
That's
bro.
why I let him go first.
You've been working on that one.
Actually, I just came up with it one day. Because I was trying to figure out a way to make it sound cool, the fact that I had such a long handle.
You don't have to work on it
That's
because
cool.
you were cool all the time.
Hey, I'm glad we got that on record. Just for the haters and the doubters.
Stop it. Thanks everyone for joining us on this live event, this live showing. Everybody in the chat was really awesome. I'm sorry I didn't get to shout out to you guys, but you guys know you guys are awesome every week. You guys are in here talking to us, talking about Lethal Weapon, and I am your host, Alexis Torres. You can find me where all shenanigans will ensue at atorres890. That's ATORRES 890. Also, I'm also in a bunch of after shows here. You can find me Lethal Weapon here on Wednesdays, Nightcap, Supernatural on Thursdays, Timeless on Mondays, and there's gonna be some new shows coming out, so stick around for that. Thanks guys so much for hanging out, and we will see you guys next week for that Christmas special. Bye guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.